Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi everyone. I'm just gonna
I'm
adjust my
Jane.
camera.
That's okay. I'm Jane, and I'm here today with my co-teacher, working with Seamus,
Hmm.
and I teach at the Florence School, my English school, Via Baracca. We're here today to talk about giving advice.
Very good.
So, Seamus, you should introduce yourself.
It's good advice for a webinar.
Sorry.
So you're okay. I like it. I'm Seamus. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Donegal in Northwest Ireland, the most beautiful country in the world. Jane, where are you from?
I'm from New York, the United States, and I'm from the state of New York in the north, in a city called Syracuse.
Hmm. How
Hmm.
far? How far from New York City
Okay,
are
so
where are you from? Sorry.
by car,
Hmm.
I could drive from Syracuse to New York City, but if everything goes okay, in 4.5 hours.
Oh wow. Okay, so quite far.
Yeah, oh no, it's quite far. That's why
Hmm.
when I say I'm from New York and people say, "Oh, New York City." I'm like, "No, no, no, it's not even close." Because New York State is big. It's a big state. So, Buffalo, which is the farthest point west to New York City, you're talking about 8.5 hours at least,
Oh wow.
from Buffalo to New York City.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
New York or sorry, America in general is extremely huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lucia. Good afternoon.
Hi,
Um,
Lucia. Uh, where are you from? Can you share introduce yourself, please? I'll just write
and
a comment just so we can share.
I can see that there's some other people watching us, and it would be great if you could introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. Look at Annalisa Donegal. I would like to visit it. Thank you.
Ah,
Wow, that's great for you.
you should visit it. It is very green. It has lots of hills, but
Yeah.
make sure you bring an umbrella because it is always wet and windy.
Annalisa, I agree. Donegal would be much better than Syracuse, New York. I think, yeah, I would prefer Donegal. Uh, Hi, Masha. Hi, Alexia. Hi, Julia. Where are you all from?
Mhm. Okay. In this focus activity, we are going to talk about giving advice. So we know this focus is done quite often, but we're going to give you lots of different scenarios where you must give me and Jane some advice.
Oh, yes. And I need some advice.
I need lots of advice. I am so bored.
No, you're not. Are you bored?
No, I'm just really tired.
Yeah, because you're
What
working
advice
a
would you
lot.
give me?
Okay, so you should go to bed earlier in the
Ah,
evening at night
okay.
because you go to bed late.
Yeah, I usually go to bed at 2 a.m.
Oh
But
my God.
now I go to bed at 3 a.m. because they changed the clocks.
Shameless. How last night I was watching a film with my children and
Hmm.
I fell asleep at quarter to 11.
Oh
I,
wow,
you know
very
what?
early.
Yeah, my children are like, Mom. I'm like, I'm tired. What can I say?
You are getting old, Jane.
Oh, I know. Don't say that. It's true. Oh,
No, me too, me too. I'm getting too old to
no.
stay to be staying up so late. So we have lots of
Oh,
introductions now. Look at that.
yeah.
We have,
Awesome.
hey, I'm Sonia from Bergamo. Jane loves
No,
people from Bergamo.
because yeah, I always have to put the big heart out for and
Mhm,
Sonia always, man, who's living in a terrible place right now. So
mhm.
big heart out to you.
Yeah,
Mm,
keep watching. Love your attention, your views.
yeah, you
So,
take it easy, Sonia.
Lucia, I'm from Bari, but I live in Milan. Ah, so I've lived
Ooh.
in Milan. Be careful. So I've
Mm-hmm.
lived in Milan since 2012. I have lived in
Hmm.
Milan for 8 years.
Yeah,
Okay, be careful with
absolutely.
the since and for. Since the start time, for the duration. So 8 years is for duration. Should say for, but really nice. We
Perfect.
have I'm Masha. I'm from Milan. Hi, Masha.
Oh,
My name is Julia. I come from Verase or Varese. I can't pronounce
Varese. Yeah, no, no,
Varese.
perfect. Varese. Yeah,
Okay.
hi,
Now,
Julia.
where is Varese? Is it in the north or the south
Mhm.
of Italy?
It's in the north. Yeah,
Okay.
Varese is in the north.
Ah,
It's
I
pretty.
need
I
to
think it's.
study my Italian geography. So
All
please
right.
always add your location in the north, in the south. It helps me a lot. And we have, hi, I'm Francesca. I'm 37 years old. I'm a teacher in a primary school. I'm from Puglia, but I live in Bologna. Okay, so Bologna is very close to Florence, so I know exactly where that is. Hello,
Uh,
everyone. Alessio is from Naples.
Naples,
Yeah.
yay!
Anywhere with a really good football team, I know where it's from, or I know where it is. So I know where Milan is. I know where Turin or
Rome
Torino
and
is. I know
Rome.
where Naples is.
You forgot to say Rome.
Fiorentina, of course.
You won't say Rome, will you? You won't
Rome,
say
no.
Rome.
Roma is not a good football team.
No, that's not true. Roma. I'm a Romanista, so that's just not.
Oh wow, Inter, Viva Inter or Forza Inter.
No, 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 no. Forza Roma.
Okay, thank you, Julia. So it is near Milan, Varese. Okay, let's
Hmm.
make headway or let's
Yes.
begin.
Okay.
So, Jane, can you introduce this focus activity?
Giving advice. In this focus activity, asking for and giving advice, phrases for giving advice, and
Mhm.
reassuring phrases.
Okay, very nice. So, yeah, I like that reassuring one. It's always like the good one to put first. So it's like, oh, don't be upset, or you shouldn't be upset. Everything will be okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Reassuring phrases. Yeah.
Okay, so good advice and or bad advice. Jane,
Mm,
who comes to
yes.
you for advice? Number one,
Mm.
who comes to you for advice?
I think my children come to me for advice. My children come to me for
Okay,
advice.
interesting. Nobody comes to me for advice.
Oh, I don't believe that, Seamus. I don't believe that. No.
It's probably
'Cause
because I don't give good advice.
I don't know. I think you're a very diplomatic person. So I think that's strange that people don't come to you for advice.
Mm. I
Well,
am very sarcastic. Maybe that's why.
mm, yeah, maybe.
Sometimes,
But well,
sometimes.
mm, 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 mm.
Mm. But yeah,
Huh.
maybe like new employees at work, new teachers would come to me for advice if they have a problem with technology or teaching a grammar point, maybe.
But even oh, I mean, I come to you for advice? I don't know. I
Sometimes,
mean,
sometimes, maybe
yeah, I
more
don't
me going to you for advice, I think.
who you to me?
Yeah.
No.
Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
No, no, it's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea. Uh, I actually came to you for advice because I saw your Christmas sweater
Ah,
and I wanted to buy the same one, and you couldn't give me any good advice. Yeah, that was not didn't work out very well.
yeah, my Christmas sweater was very, what would you say, bright, colorful,
It was the
Christmassy.
best. It was the best.
It was bought in IKEA. No, I'm only joking. It was bought in Primark. IKEA is
Next
my
year,
favorite place in
I
Italy. That is one way to make sure that an Italian is not your friend. If you say IKEA is my favorite place in Italy,
I get very upset.
or but I can make lots of Italians love me if I say I hate Juventus. Then
I
everybody
know.
loves you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Everybody has a common, even like a common hate for Juventus in this country. I
Incredible.
love
It's true.
sports, of course. But for now, let's continue on with the focus. Number 2, who do you usually ask for advice?
Oh boy, who do you usually? Oh, geez. I think that um, I ask my partner,
Okay.
and I also ask my children. I do. I ask my children.
Ah, excellent. Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on what the advice is for. So maybe for me, if it is life experiences, I would ask my father because he is older, he is
Yeah.
wise. Uh,
Is he
he,
wise? Is your father wise?
yeah, my father is wise. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. He has lots of good stories to tell. He is a very quiet man, but if you get him talking, he will tell lots of nice stories or nostalgic kind of stories.
Oh, that's
So he is
nice.
very wise for that. But
Hmm.
if I have a problem with maybe like creating something, so if I have to like create something, maybe like a focus or a lesson, I would ask my girlfriend because she is a graphics designer. She's really good with technology, Photoshop, things like that. So she is really useful when maybe creating some little yeah.
Okay. Graphic design.
Mhm.
Wow.
But
Uh,
I
uh-huh.
would never ask my best friend for advice. My best friend is my cousin. He usually
Jack,
gives bad
so
advice.
good. He gives bad advice.
Yeah, he usually gives bad advice, which usually involves going drinking, staying up very late, going to parties. So, although he is my best friend, he gives terrible advice.
Wow. Okay. Um, do they give, okay, who do you usually ask? Your girlfriend, and she gives really good advice.
Mhm.
What about relationships? If you're having difficulty with interpersonal relationships,
Hmm,
it could be friends or um who do you usually ask for
okay,
advice?
that's good. For me, usually, or it's like some of my students would always say, I like to ask myself. Like I ask myself for advice. It's like, do I really need that friend in my life? Mm, yes, no. So like
Really?
I'm pretty good at like maybe creating pros, cons. It's like a way of giving yourself advice. So like I'm
Wow. That's
usually a
great.
close person, so I don't share many experiences or like many what would you say? If I am unhappy, I will not appear unhappy. I will just deal with
Yeah.
things in my own way. So I
All
don't
right.
ask for advice very often, but if I had to, I would say my girlfriend,
Okay. Yeah.
unless it is about my girlfriend.
Then you really have a problem, eh?
Yeah, then I just keep it to myself.
Okay. Alessio wrote, usually I ask my brother or my fiance. It
Hmm.
depends
Yeah.
on
And
the type. of advice. Yeah, it depends on the type of advice. Hmm?
Yeah,
And normally they give me good, very good, good advice. Excellent. Just a couple of little changes there, but Alessio, well done.
very good.
Yeah.
So that phrasal
Yeah.
verb, depend on. You'll always see those
Ah,
together. So it depends on. Same as like rely on, but
okay,
really
let's
nice.
take a look at Sonia here.
Hmm.
If I have a problem, comma, I
Hmm.
ask uh, my sister Mara
Hmm.
for advice. Okay,
Good.
we're just going to put that at the end of the sentence.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Yeah. So
Do you
you'd say
agree,
I
Seamus?
ask, and then plus the subject. So who do you ask?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay,
So I
great.
ask my sister for advice. Okay, really, really nice. Good examples.
Yeah,
Keep
thank
sharing.
you, guys.
A couple of more students who have just joined. Please share or answer any of the questions on the screen. You don't have to do them in any particular order. So number 3, think of a time when someone gave you good advice. What happened? That's a good one.
Hmm.
Give me
Seamus,
good
can you think of a time when someone gave you good advice?
Okay. I can think of a time when somebody gave me really good advice, or at least it turned out to be really good. So my old teacher, when I was at university, told me that I should apply for a scholarship to America. And after I applied for the scholarship, I was
Oh,
awarded with the scholarship. So, but before I didn't even know about it. So he gave me really good advice, and I went to America to study sports business for a year for free. It was amazing. The best experience of my life, the best advice so far of my life. It was an
wow.
amazing
But that's such
experience.
a great example. I don't
Mhm.
have anything I can even compare to that.
Oh, don't worry. It doesn't have to be a good experience. You can even share one that was bad advice if you want. So number 4, can if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself? Wow. Interesting.
Um,
So it's like when
oh,
you
okay.
received bad advice or did something wrong, if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself?
Ooh. I think with my university studies, I would say if I could go back in time, I would tell myself to study something useful.
Very good.
Not, the problem is that, at the time you want to study where your passion is, and that's great.
Hmm.
But, art history, painting conservation, it's great. It just, I think maybe it would have been better if I'd studied like law or
Maybe.
business or
But then you
maybe,
you wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be
that's
in
true.
my amazing presence. So,
You know,
I
you're
think
so
you
correct.
chose the right thing.
Exactly. And I'm in Italy and I'm doing what I love to do. So, but
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
The most
let's see what we got
Probably the
here.
most famous place in the world for art history.
Yeah.
We're blessed.
Well, we are, listen, we're blessed. It's true. I'm blessed. I usually ask for advice
But be careful. So you'd say,
from
I usually
you.
ask my mother
Oh, that's
for
right. My
advice.
mother for, thank you, Seamus. I
Hmm.
usually ask my mother for advice on the phone. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
When my
Partner, I think.
partner,
Hmm. It's either
okay,
my
partner
partner or
ask,
my
ask
my
me,
panther.
yeah.
Maybe he
No,
has
no,
a
it's
pet panther, a pet cat.
fine. No. When my partner asks, third person singular, asks me on the phone, can I help you? I respond, yes. Can you
Hmm.
pass me my mother?
Ah.
I think that's what was trying to be said. But
Yeah,
very difficult. Okay.
yeah, but good, really good attempt. So you'd say, I
Yeah.
respond to him, or just simply, I respond. Yes.
Yeah. I
And
respond.
then pass the phone to mom. I like it. It's good.
I like it. It's very good. It's very funny. And then we have
Masha.
Masha. Yeah.
Sorry,
What's she got? Oops. Sorry.
you're okay.
I did that. Okay.
So usually I come to ask my older brother and and always he gives me really good advice. So he is the best advisor for me right now. Okay.
Okay.
Understandable, but let's tweak it a little. So
Okay.
usually, so you could say I usually not come, but I usually go. I usually go to my brother for
Mhm.
advice or to
Mhm.
ask
Nice.
him for his
Okay.
advice. Okay. And he always, so remember, so it's first the subject, then the adverb of frequency. So he always gives me really good advice. Excellent. So he is the best advisor for me right now. Okay. What would you call for advisor?
Um.
You could say gives me the best advice.
Advice
Mhm,
in this moment or right now. Yeah.
mhm. Or you could
Um,
say he is the person I depend on the most. Maybe.
I like
Do you
that.
want to
He
use?
is the
Mhm,
person I depend on the most. It's
mhm. But
beautiful.
I know I can understand that those phrasal verbs are really difficult. So I depend on. I ask my So here we have another one. So from
Hmm.
Julia, I ask advice my five best friends. They are my sisters. Oh, beautiful. So
Wow.
again, be careful. So I ask my five best friends for advice. So
For
let's go.
advice.
So I ask
Uh,
plus. So I ask plus subject. Okay. So not for advice yet. So but I ask plus subject. So again, the subject in this one is my five best friends. I ask my five best friends for advice because they are my sisters. Good.
okay, Lucia. For the important things, I remember we're going to use a capital I, okay?
Hmm.
We've got to make sure we're using that capital I. I ask my parents
Hmm.
for
Again,
advice.
is similar to
I
that one
ask,
I have.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Is
I
similar to the
ask
one
my
I've
parents.
written. Sorry, Jane. Is
So I'm
like I
sorry.
ask plus subject. So again, I ask my parents. Again, you don't need
Hmm.
that too. Sorry, Jane. You
Okay,
can continue.
sorry. They are the smartest people I know. Good. So capital I and lowercase k.
Hmm.
They give me good advice. For the other things, I ask my best friends
Hmm.
for advice and I give advice to them.
Good.
It's an exchange. Well done. It's an exchange. Well done.
Really good. So it's just that
Yeah,
I ask. I ask plus
yeah,
subject. No to.
yeah.
Other than that, it is perfect. Really good, Lucia.
Wonderful, Lucia. Yeah, nicely done. You want to do this one? The Risa. Hey,
Okay.
Risa.
Hi again. So hello. Sorry for being late. You're okay.
You're
You're
good. You're
always on
good.
time as long as you're here. So usually I ask my husband. Sometimes. So you would say sometimes. So advice. This is a very good mistake because we can clear something up. Advice is always singular. Sometimes I hear Italians say he gives good advices. Okay, so they're never advices. One advice, two pieces of advice. Okay, so you'd say a piece of advice. So you would say sometimes it is good advice and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it is not. I'm happy and grateful for his advice.
Yeah,
Okay. So
perfect.
I'm happy and
Nice,
grateful
Risa.
for his advice. Thank you.
Okay, thank
And
you.
don't, yeah, never worry about being late. Always participate. Is we're
We
always
love
glad
that.
for
We love
extra.
it when you guys are participating.
Mhm. Okay, so let's move on. So giving advice. Which phrases can you use to give advice? Hmm. Shall we jump right in? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So I think we've all seen these before. So,
Yeah.
Jane, can you read through them?
Sure, you should, you could. Have you tried? Have you thought about? If I were you, I'd. You
Hmm.
shouldn't.
Perfect. Okay. So, in my lessons, I'm always a stickler. I'm like, you should start with the negative. So tell the person what they are bad at or what they shouldn't do. So, for example, you shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health. Okay, it's obvious, but it's what you should do. So you shouldn't smoke. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of telling them what not to do, or you can use it as like a comforting. You shouldn't be sad. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Everything will be okay. So you're like reassuring them, depending on what the problem is, obviously. So number one, tell them what they shouldn't do. So you shouldn't smoke. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, tell them what they should do instead. So to replace smoking, hmm, so you shouldn't smoke, you should do more exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
so you can give that advice with you should or you could do more exercise. And then be
Mm-hmm.
really specific. How can they do exercise? So then you can say, have you tried
Have you
or have
tried?
you
Yeah.
thought about? So let's
Mm-hmm.
do that all again. So number one, you shouldn't smoke. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, you could uh, do more exercise. Number
Mm-hmm.
three, how or have you thought about going to the park and jogging, cycling, maybe something more, something better for his body? I'm thinking of
Mm-hmm.
Connor, the guy on the screen. Okay, so be careful. Have you tried?
Mm-hmm.
What would be followed tried? Infinitive or gerund? Or
I think it's the gerund. Is that correct? Have you
yeah.
tried biking? Have you tried going to the gym?
Hmm.
Have you tried walking in the countryside? Mm?
Yeah. So yeah, very good. So you'd
Yeah.
use the ing. If you say, "Have you tried to eat pasta?" Doesn't really sound very good. Have you tried eating pasta? Perfect.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is great. So I'm going to
Hmm.
come up. I'm going to come up with a statement.
Ooh.
Oh, I need to lose some weight. The doctor told me that I need to lose some weight.
Okay.
Okay. So I need everybody here to give me some advice. If everybody who's watching and you too, Seamus, could
Good.
give me some advice, that would be great.
I'm going to put it in a ticker at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Sorry. We got. So this is for me. So I am getting fat. What should I do?
I
What?
said it in a nicer way.
Okay,
I said I need sorry.
well, we can use this one for me because it's true. I'm sitting at home eating lots of food and I
Oh
can't
my goodness.
exercise. So I'm getting
Oh.
fat. Can anybody give me some advice? And then I will share some other problems. We have lots of different problems for you to try and resolve. You are all our therapists. So Jane, even if
All right. Well,
Maybe if we do the
you
first one, we have
okay.
lots of
All right.
others.
I'll start. I'm okay. I'm gonna start. You could you could go on a diet.
Oh,
Uh,
but I don't know
have
how to go on a diet.
have you tried uh have you tried I don't know what to say because you said I don't know how to go on a diet. You're making this difficult. Have you
No,
tried
no.
talking to your girl? Have you tried talking to your girlfriend to see if she could help prepare your meals?
Okay, no, I haven't, but I will. Okay, I will ask her. I will ask her for more advice.
Okay, so I think you shouldn't eat pasta, potatoes, bread, and cakes.
Can I
You
still
shouldn't.
eat my McDonald's?
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be eating McDonald's. If I were you, I'd go to a dietitian and have them give you a specific type of diet. No, Sonia, you should close your mouth. All right, wait a second. I have to put this up. I'm sorry. Sonia, have you tried? Wait, Raisa, have you tried cotellini from Bologna? No, you guys are terrible. You're terrible. You should close your mouth. Wait, Raisa, no, no, my with this
Have you
group, it's
tried?
impossible. Have
uh,
you tried leave Bologna? Have you tried eating less cakes?
like,
Ah,
no, I haven't tried eating less cake. Maybe I should give that a try. Very good. Okay, can I give another problem? Let's
yeah,
go
go ahead.
for.
Sorry. You
Okay,
should
let's.
take an aspirin.
Okay,
Just throw the fridge out. All right, everybody needs to stop here because it's crazy.
it's
Oh,
fun.
sorry. Go
It's fun.
ahead. It's
Okay, so
fun.
now I have another one. I've already changed it. It's on the bottom. So I really want to improve my English. What should I do? Okay. So again,
Oh,
you can use. Um, so you shouldn't. We can use a you shouldn't here. So you shouldn't what? You should what?
ooh, I've got
And
some
then
good
be really
ones.
specific. What could I do? Hmm.
These are very good, but this is I could you shouldn't. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna start out. All right. So you shouldn't speak in Italian.
Okay,
You shouldn't
perfect. Yes,
speak in
you shouldn't
Italian.
speak Italian.
Uh, uh.
Good.
You could go online and find an English course online.
Or some webinars.
Webinar webinars or have with Jane and Seamus. Have you tried? Have you
My English school.
tried my English school? No,
Yeah.
Chiara. Have you thought about? Have you thought about going to Ireland to
Yeah. So like
a school in Ireland near a place called Donegal, where they speak
perfect.
in a perfect English?
Well, I wouldn't know about perfect. It's okay. It's not a
Um,
perfect Oxford English. You get lots of slang in Ireland in general. But okay, it's very good
about
advice. You could learn. So be careful, Julia. So we have you could
um,
learn English to my s, but not to preposition at. So you could learn English at
at
my s.
yeah.
Okay, really good. Any more advice for I really want to improve my English? Or you can say I really want to improve my Italian. You should watch more English films or listen to music. So
Yeah.
listen
So
to.
listen to music.
So here, yeah, more for like just oh, I can hear something, but to go for a long time, you
Oh,
say I listen to
just
music.
a question. Just a question. Could you specify, Seamus, the
Hmm.
difference between to watch to see and to
To
wait, does
smell.
watch, see? No, not that. Because I always get confused between them. No?
One
You
second.
watch? What do you? Mm,
Ah, okay. So the difference between look at and watch.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't we do this yesterday?
So yeah, I
I
think
think we
so.
did.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, but
So
I liked it. I think it's really useful.
if you're at the, let's say, the museum, Uffizi Museum. If I'm in the Uffizi Museum, I look at the lovely paintings, but I don't watch the paintings. I watch a movie because the movie is changing, okay? You watch the TV because it changes. You look at your phone because it is like an image. The image is not moving, it is not changing. Okay? Is that what you mean? So?
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
So
All
you
right.
shouldn't go out in this period. Okay, that's good. So uh,
Mm.
that is nice advice for learning English. So what should I do instead? So you'd start with you shouldn't go out in this period. What should I do instead? So you should or you could go online. So
Yeah.
I'm going to change uh, our problem. We're going to have a new problem. So we're giving advice. Let's go for um, here. This is a nice one.
Yeah.
So I want
Oh,
to travel more, but I don't have a lot of money. What should I do? It's probably a really big problem, or a really popular problem, even.
that is, and it's a good one. Yeah,
Mhm.
I like
So
that
give
one.
me some advice, please. I want to travel more, but I don't have a lot of money. I don't have much money, or
Mm.
I don't have any money.
Oh, sorry.
Any,
Uh,
I have
okay.
zero.
You should try to save money by cutting some of your costs.
Oh, good. So you could say you shouldn't spend your money on McDonald's food.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. You could make a list of how you spend your money
Ah, good. Yeah, so like
and
a spreadsheet of
yeah,
my ins and my outs.
yeah, and you could decide where you're spending too much.
Hmm.
And if I were you, I would try to save money by cutting out other things.
Okay, really good. Nice advice. So yeah, you shouldn't spend money on things you do not need. You
Yeah,
should
that's good.
uh,
Perfect.
yeah, you should try saving money in general. Have you tried opening a bank account or
Okay.
opening mm,
Savings
a
account.
savings
Yeah.
account? Yeah, good, excellent. We give ourselves some advice. So, have you tried opening a savings account?
Mm-hmm.
Or how about giving all your money to Jane? Jane is very good at saving money.
Yay! No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
How
I wish
about
I was.
my brother had a terrible savings account. In the past, he used to hide his money under his pillow, but then
No,
I would
seriously.
always find it.
Are you serious? You
Oh
are,
yeah,
aren't you?
yeah,
Yes.
of course, of course.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Silly boy. Okay, so new problem. let's see if our students can help. This was one I mentioned before. So again, I will just remove this one. So we have at the very bottom, I really want to stop smoking. What should I do? And I will create one more.
Oh, okay. So we do have to look at some of the things that people wrote about the travel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alexia, I'm going to pull yours up in a second. You should try to travel with your mind. I think he would cry.
It was like
Uh,
in my dreams, yeah. Just traveling in
yes,
my
in your
dreams.
dream.
That is
That
what
is
I
not
do
good
every day.
advice. That is not good advice, Alexia. I've got also, you could find some apps that give you different options for cheap trips. Wow, fantastic. No changes. Perfect, right? Do you see
Perfect.
anything?
Really like it. Really, really
Right,
like it.
really nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
Looking for discount travel. Perfect.
yeah, great. um, you should book a low cost flight. You
Mm-hmm.
should book a low cost flight. Yeah, okay. All right. Then we've got chief ships. Wait, Matt, I've got one more. Oh, okay. Nice. You can travel and work simultaneously. There are a lot of programs. Interesting. This
Mm-hmm.
is good advice. Actually, really good.
Yeah. So you can travel and work. Yeah, like being air hostess, a travel guide, maybe something like that. Very, very good. Be careful, Giorgio. So here
Yeah.
you should make more sport. So not make for sport, make a cake or make dinner, but do more sport. So you should do more sport. You
Yeah.
could, from Julia, you could go to your friend's house around the world. So your friends' houses around the world. Really good idea.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Asking your friends for an invite. That means you have cheaper accommodation. So maybe then you can afford the holiday. Thank
Um,
you.
don't we say that the friends' houses, we wouldn't have a double S there. We would
No.
have, it
So,
would be written FRIENDS apostrophe,
mhm.
and that would indicate plural possessive. Okay, so it's
Oop,
friends' houses, plural. Perfect. Okay.
perfect. Sorry, I wrote that too.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, sorry.
Okay. And then the next example, I think you should change some things. So like I think you should change your habits. For example, you work. Oh, you're right. So I should quit. Bye, everybody.
Seamus,
I'm back.
you love your job. You would never quit.
I love this job. This is a great job.
Yeah, it's a great
You
job.
should
Yeah.
travel by auto stop. Is that a bus? Maybe
I
bus company.
think we say, what do we say in the US? We say, I think you say it
Autobus.
also. No, there he's talking about this, Seamus. When we stop cars with our thumb and we get
Ah.
a ride, they
Oh,
call it auto stop. We call it
really?
hitchhiking. You call it
Hitchhiking.
hitchhiking? Yeah,
Very
we
good.
call it hitchhiking. Is that what you call it too,
Yeah,
Seamus?
exactly
Okay,
the same. Or
okay.
we also say thumbing for a lift because you put out your thumb.
I like it actually. It's nice. I'm thumbing
Very
for a
good.
lift. Nice.
Hitchhiking. Yeah, hitchhiking is very cost effective, but not the safest form of travel.
Not now. Maybe 50 years ago you could, but not now.
Okay. So excellent, excellent work, guys. So shall we go one more or shall we move on?
We
What do
can
you
move
think,
on if
Jane?
we want. Yeah, I think we can
Okay,
move on.
perfect. So let's give it another go. So we have
Hmm.
one of these. We have some more situations, really. So it's like, I have a bad headache for number one. Number two, where should I go on holiday? Number three, I need to buy a gift for my mother and I have no idea what to buy.
Hmm.
Number four, my dog always jumps on people. Number five, what's the best way to get to the city center from here? Interesting. So, guys, please just put a number and then your advice. So, for number one, my advice is this. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So, you can give advice for any of these. Just put the number uh, on the answer. So then I know that you're referring to number one, number two, or number three.
Um, so Seamus, I have really bad headache.
Mm.
What should I
So
do?
let me see. So let's go for reassuring. Jane, you shouldn't worry. I think your headache will be better soon. You
Hmm.
should take an aspirin if it is very sore or very painful.
Very painful. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. I think that's pretty good advice.
Okay.
Um, I really want to go to the beach this summer. Where should I go on holiday? Seamus, where
Mm.
should I go on holiday?
Okay. So you want to go to the beach.
And you know I
You
love the beach.
shouldn't. You shouldn't go to Ireland. Ireland have lovely beaches, but the weather is terrible.
Sorry.
Uh, you could you could go to Ireland, but the weather would need to be perfect.
Hmm.
You should go to South Italy because it is very warm.
Yeah.
They have lovely beaches. Have you tried Sicily? Have you tried
Yeah.
going to Sicily before?
Yes, that's a great idea. That's a great
Okay.
idea. Thank you for your advice. That was good advice. Um,
Anytime. Don't worry about it.
okay, so have you tried taking aspirin? We have Alessio and Francesca, who both
Very good. Excellent.
okay. And here I have my dog is jumping on me.
Mm,
So what my dog always jumps on people, Seamus.
yeah.
What
So number
should I
four.
do? What should
Oh,
I do?
I I don't like dogs, Jane. I'm only joking.
Oh my God.
Um,
I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, Seamus, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, of course you like dogs. You can't not like dogs.
everybody everybody likes dogs. So number four. Mm, I don't.
I want take a
You
look at
well,
this one. Can you
obviously. Okay, go. Sorry, go.
sorry.
You should take a strong
A coffee, Seamus? Do we take
for
a coffee
headaches.
in English? Yeah,
No,
I mean,
we
you
don't
could,
take. We
but
have.
what's wrong with taking we have. Okay, so you should
Yeah.
have a strong coffee. Oh, yes. Okay, Raisa. Good advice.
You can say you should take if somebody is handing you the coffee. Like if they are
Ah,
standing there going here, here, and then you should take take a coffee from them. But unless there's
yes.
a person about to hand you the coffee, then you would just say, "Oh, you should have a strong coffee, or you should make
Yeah.
strong coffee."
Yep. Oh, my dog. So nobody's giving me advice about my dog. Excuse me. Ah,
Okay, so let me give you advice for your dog. So your dog always jumps on people. You,
yeah.
Jane, you
Mhm.
shouldn't let your dog jump on people. It is not very nice. Uh, two,
Okay.
you
Hmm.
should get your dog trained.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Have you
Hmm.
tried Uh,
Mhm.
let me see. Friendlydogs.com.
That's
The
great
name.
advice. Thank you. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, everybody's doing 3. Number 3, we've got lots of
Yeah.
people.
If
Oh,
I need to buy a gift for my mother and I have no idea what to buy, you could buy a bouquet. Perfect, Francesca. So I'm going
yeah.
to use your comment. Okay. And my thing now is I have no idea where to buy a bouquet of flowers. Can you tell me where? So using have you tried or have you thought about? Tell me where to buy the bouquet of flowers.
Hmm.
Remember, my name is Seamus. It's very similar to Shamo. I have no idea where to get flowers.
Oy, oy. Okay, can I pull up one more? Or are you waiting on this
Go, go,
one?
go, go on. You're okay.
Because I just want to, and then we've got to close this out. Masha, you could take some head pills. Now,
Hmm.
I could really enjoy this. There is no such thing as pills. We would say, we would probably just say something for a headache,
Hmm.
or aspirin, or okay, but we don't really say head pills.
Yeah. Or like maybe head pain tablets or head pain pills. Maybe it's understandable, but you just need to be careful.
Yeah.
You could go to Florence. It's a nice city too.
Oh, okay. We'll just be doing a
Okay.
little bit. All right. But we're already over. So why
Yeah.
don't we close this up, Seamus?
Yeah. Really good advice, guys. Thank you for sharing
Thank
your
you
lovely
all.
ideas. Keep
Thank you so much.
practicing. Okay. So remember that one at the start. I ask plus subject. Okay. So I ask my father for advice, not I ask for advice, my father. Okay. So I ask plus subject. No to. But other than that, really, really good work. Keep giving advice. Try talking to maybe whoever you're staying with at the moment and tell them to create a problem and you give them advice.
Yeah, be great.
For now, it is
Thank
bye from
you.
me,
Bye.
bye from Jane. Thank you for
All
joining
right.
us.
Thank you all. It was great. Thank
Stay
you.
safe. Bye.
Thank you, Seamus. That was nice.